sharing my report in the evaluation round. Shoes are for gentleman, Toastmaster Gaurav. Toastmaster Gaurav, shoes are for gentleman. All the best.
It was standard fourth. I just appeared for the final examination of standard fourth. Final exam of the final, the last among the many examinations that I had to appear like any other student of class fourth. And we were informed that we would have 1 week of holiday. For a villager like me, that was the most beautiful thing to hear that day. It was summertime. I have got plenty of friends in my village. What we would do, we would go out of our homes, we'll get into the pond, swim for hours, come out of the pond, play cricket in bright sunshine, miss the lunch, get back to home in the evening, and get beaten by our respective moms. Such a nice thing, right? During that 5-7 days, my father came on leave from one of the northeastern state. For everybody or for those who didn't know, my father was an intelligence bureau officer. So when he came to the village, like any child waiting for his or her father to come, he would just come with sweets, lots of sweets, and he was such a talkative person. So for the entire day, for the next few days, what I would do is I'll drag him into nuisance topics, stupid questions, and he would laugh and he would answer me those things that I asked from him. Days passed by, and then came the 8th day. On the 8th day, the school opened again. And on that very day, I was asked, and of course, there was a note in the diary, school diary, that on the 8th day, you need to come with your father or a guardian to collect the report card. My father and I, we sat in a bus. We started from the village to Hajipur. In the bus, there was a boy sitting right across me, and he's wearing a shoe, beautiful shoe. I'm like, Until now, if there was one shoe that I knew about, it was the school shoe, because that's the only shoe that mattered to me, the school shoe. So again, I dragged my father into that discussion, again, stupid discussion, you see, right? And for the next 1 hour, we just discussed about shoes. We reached the school. I took my father to the classroom. The class teacher was there in the room. She handed over the report card to my father. Reasons? I failed in 2 subjects, those 2 most important subjects, mathematics and science. Let me take you one step back. While we were in that journey from the village to this school, my father told me that if you get a good score, I'll buy you a nice pair of shoes. Remember, shoes are for the gentleman. It was right there in my mind. Now, when we got the result, I just bowed myself like this, head down. And I didn't speak a word again. Never. That, Father, could you please buy me a shoe, pair of shoes? Never, ever in my life. My father passed away in between, before I could even reach the matriculation. But one thing I promised that day, that if there is one thing that I'm going to do, beside everything that I'm going to do, is work very, very hard and become the gentleman. Fast forward matriculation distinction, +2 distinction, engineering distinction, traveled to 5 countries during engineering days, got into Fortune 500 company, worked in 3 different continents, in 4 different roles, meeting everybody's expectation, and at times exceeding their expectations. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking with my Italian friend. Remember, Italian friend. By default, they are known for sharp clothing. He told me, if you want to look sharp, you might dress well. That's the good news. But you must, in formal setting, start with Oxford shoes. What he said? Oxford shoes. If there's one thing in life that I want you to do, no matter what it takes, never give up on this promise that you have made to yourself and to your family members and your friends. Never give up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that wonderful one.
I will be